Well, good morning, Senator Amanda Stoker. Just want to do a thank you. Geez, this sun's bright. Whoa. Just want to do a thank you. Being the first politician that we met in ScoMo's office, listening to my story, shedding tears of compassion. The Gillard government spent $342.3 million on the Royal Commission in institutional responses to childhood sexual abuse. I would have thought one of the goals of that was to make sure that the lives of survivors was better. Well, Senator, I wish I could say my life was. It's not. It's worse now than it was before Julia Gillard had that Royal Commission. Because I wasn't facing that part of my life, my childhood. But as you know, it took me to the point of suicide. And that's when Chelsea ended my life. I'm getting a lot of congratulations, well done, TV, radio, newspaper, all these politicians that I'm meeting with. But if nothing changes and we don't get this legislation, a national approach, we've got the legislation, 1992 National Disability Discrimination Act, Section 9.2, subsections 0.1 and 2. Describe the role of a service dog, identifies what a service dog is and where we're allowed to access. Same legislation for guide dogs. We need a national education approach. I believe there's been a committee going for over a year on this issue. Every time I've come down to Parliament, no one's mentioned that committee to me. The service or animal assistance animal community told me about that. Today, Thursday, starts a national conference in Melbourne, which unfortunately I can't get to. See, on the way to counselling the other day, I got harassed by a bus driver, telling me I could only have one dog on the bus, and then concerned about my wheelchair. My wheelchair fitted in the space where wheelchairs do on the bus. There was no one else on the bus with a wheelchair. I asked him to ring his base, and his words were, "I got a bloke here who seems to know more about the law than I do." And then I was permitted by a bus company, Keolis Downer, contracted by New South Wales Buses, which they sold to Keolis Downer to run at a profit, then gave me permission to ride public transport. I went to my counselling appointment as though I had glass flowing through my veins. I spent most of that appointment in tears with Dr. Morrison. I then leave there feeling a bit better to get on the next bus and get harassed again by the next bus driver. It's got to stop, Amanda. We need regulations behind this legislation with some teeth to bring in fines for people. Numbnuts, I call them. Hear that in the background? That's a tennis coach. 3 kids, 2 mums. I pray they never have the life that I have. Ongoing. Nothing better after the Royal Commission. Harder. I walked the streets of Newcastle yesterday afraid to get on a bus. My poor beautiful kids had to tag along with me. Lucky they enjoy it. But my legs are tired. I'm getting tired. But I'm not giving up. And I'm going to keep coming back and keep coming back. The legislation's there. We just need a national identity card, regulation with some teeth and penalties like they do in America, $50,000 fine for companies. And say, 10 grand for individuals that are denying us the right to have a life, a quality of life, better than what we've currently got. An education program to educate. This has been around for 28 years. A country that has relied so much on animals, whether it be sheep or cattle, or the iconic kangaroo and koala bear that tourists travel to Australia to see. But heaven forbid they try and get on a bloody bus or a train. I'm getting tired, but I ain't giving up. Because every time something like that, maybe it's the Scottish side of me. They'll take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom. There's a quote from that movie. I want the freedom to travel. My right as an Australian. God bless you. Thank you for your time that you've always given us. Thank you for presenting us that beautiful award the other day. You should meet Lisa. She's a beautiful lady with a cute dog and a passion to help other people have a quality of life. Thanks for your time. You have a great day. Keep up the good service to our country.